Okay, so tell me about your painting process.
Okay. I should have thought about this.
Well, it's such a mystery, really.
My painting process is pretty much, you know, whatever feels, whatever I've been thinking about, or any kind of image that I feel like I want to get onto canvas. Like anything?
It's usually just improvisation, just going with the flow kind of thing.
It's more of an experiment as I go along.
I just,
Well, I normally start with like a question or a conflict that I have.
So I pretty much just have like an image in my mind that I just kind of, you know, regurgitate onto the canvas.
It's like I just do things.
I just usually start with color and then work on form.
And then I do more things on top of that.
Sometimes I have a structure, but it's like a rare thing.
Through the process of like, you know, scraping and like painting over things, or just like starting over completely, I try to work my way until I feel like the answer appears or like the question's resolved.
I guess that I start with like a lot of times it's really shitty, so I just have to like evaluate those decisions, but other times my impulses are kind of like the main my main creative inspiration.
And yeah, most of the time it's just improvisation, like reacting to like my first push on the canvas.
Like a gesture line or whatever, or like a body, and then I work on a figure.
I just like layering and like, you know, using different materials until I get to a point where I don't know where to go.
And then that's pretty much how I do it.
Then I just start to do like texture stuff. I kind of work really quickly, so I do the figure and then I do like the stuff going on around the figure and like in between it, if that makes any sense. Yeah, and then I kind of just, you know, add whatever I feel like would be good.
I don't know. Then I just keep going until I'm done, but I'm never really done though.
And then, so, I don't know, I guess that's it.
That's usually how it goes.
Oh my god, I don't know what I do.
So, what about who influences you? What influences you when you paint? If it's an artist, something.
Let's see. I'm really influenced by Alice Neal. I guess I'm influenced by Salvador Dali.
Lately I've been really on an X-ray kick.
I feel like I can get inspiration from anything.
I wouldn't say it's like one person in particular. I usually like get influence or like inspiration from things that happen in my life.
My friends a lot. I like his like surrealist style. In terms of like portraiture, I love the way she uses line and color.
And like medical things, like having to do with medical things and
Like that negative space, the chair's right there.
For like people or just like things that happen.
And kind of taking something that's an illusion, but also taking something realistic and putting them together in like a believable.
I'm really into X-rays because it deals with like that which you can't see.
Like a believable setting almost.
It's more like I look at them and I'm like, oh, that's cool.
And I'm also really influenced by like just the weird way that I see people.
I make art kind of to impress my friends.
Or like looking at my friends' work, or like the clothes people wear, or the languages they speak. Like I feel like those things can definitely influence my work, just because I feel like a painting has to start from somewhere. It just can't be, for me personally, I just can't like go into it not having a foundation.
It's not like there are a lot of artists that I like, but none that I aspire to be like or like to steal their style exactly.
And it's kind of like blind faith in a way, like believing in the unseen. Faith is a big influence for me.
So I guess like that's kind of where I go with my work. Is that bad?
Okay, so last question. And for the third question, okay?
Yeah.
And just one more question. And then last question. And the last question. Okay. And last question. What, as of today, is the weirdest sexual act you'd ever performed?
What? I don't even know how to answer that question. I can't, I don't know. I really don't know. I can't. I don't know. I really threw me off.
Could you just describe to me how you felt and what exactly was going on the first time you had sex?
Wow. It was pretty much a sunny day in May in the middle of the afternoon, and I rode my bike to this kid's house, spur of the moment. And then he told me that you're not allowed to come into his room with pants on. And I was like, fuck that. I'm not going by your rules. So then I walked in, and he was just trying to beat around the bush. And he actually had been injured. So like, it was weird because his leg was like totally fucked up. So he was just laying there on his bed, like crippled. And so then it just happened, and then one thing led to another, and skin perspired, and that was that.
Can you tell me what you were thinking about the last time you masturbated?
My boyfriend.
Can you, in specific detail, describe the last time you and your boyfriend had sex?
Tori. Specific detail?
Have you ever thought about having anal sex?
No, not really.
Is there anybody in this class who's a part of this class that you have had a sexual fantasy about? And could you describe it in great detail, please?